Playing video games at night, wrapped up in your warm little cave of a home, while the sound of the rain hits your window is the definition of cozy. Come on, fellas, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? Of course you do. That moment when the world finally shuts up for a while, and you realize you can fully disappear into that game you've been daydreaming about all day. So grab a blanket, get comfortable, and maybe make yourself something warm to drink. Because tonight, we're talking about games that feel like rainy nights. Okay, the night is still young. I know you're usually out there living your best life, but not tonight, mi amigo. There's no plans tonight. Or maybe there are, but the weather is practically begging you to stay home, and you, weak as you are listening to it. So you order some food, settle in, and pick your comfort game to start the night off easy while you wait to demolish your meal. The perfect pick for that? Stardew Valley, or some Stardew-like game. You hop in, take care of your little farm, pet your virtual cows, bring Abigail a gift, because she's obviously the only correct choice, and just exist for a while. Nothing too demanding for now. If there's one beautiful thing about Stardew, it's how it completely hooks you without needing a grand, urgent plot about saving the universe or some chosen one shit. Just you, your little farm, and the rain outside. And Abigail, obviously, highly necessary. Now, maybe farming games aren't your thing. That's okay, my friend, because rainy nights are also the perfect excuse to revisit that comfort game that has absolutely never caused you a single second of rage or high blood pressure in your entire life. Just kidding. I don't want you to just willingly return to the sixth depth of hell that is online gaming just yet. My other pick for this early night is Need for Speed Underground 2, as it fits unreasonably well here. You go in, build the car of your dreams, tune it up until you're the fastest man alive, end up on a magazine cover and just vibe. I mean, seriously, is there a way to not vibe to this specific song on a rainy night? But okay, you played your cozy little game, you demolished your meal, you relaxed. Now, cover your kids' eyes because it's time for some real gameplay. No, not that one. Ah, yes, there we go. Babe, wake up! Cyberpunk is actually playable now. Honestly, fellas, this game had great potential since day one, that's undeniable, and ever since CD Projekt Red got their shit together, it's been an absolute banger of a game with some of the best first-person gameplay out there. Night City is the perfect playground for you to just roam around while vibing to a rainy, comfortable night. This city is just built different, you know? The way you get completely immersed in this world is insane. If you haven't given this game a second chance after its historically accurate disaster of a launch, now is the time. Another game that's a bit more nostalgic but carries an insane vibe is the criminally underrated Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, which, by the way, also launched completely broken. Must be some kind of industry pattern at this point. These days, though, it's way more digestible thanks to community patches and mods that improve the experience by 1,000%. Sure, the graphics are old, but the LA in this game is just peak atmosphere. Seriously, the clubs, the creepy alleys, the music. Man, look at the facial expressions in this game. These are shockingly good for its time, even if the character models look...
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Well, you know, let's just say it's a different time. The worst part is that even today, more than 20 years later, this is still probably the best vampire experience in gaming. You get meaningful choices, different clans completely change how you play, and enough freedom to carve out your own story as a creature of the night. Moving on to our third option for this post-dinner hour, this masterpiece.
Resident Evil 2.
Honestly, most games in the franchise fit this exact mood, so you fellas can go and pick whichever you think is best. As for myself, today I'm talking about Resident Evil 2. Both the OG version for the old-school gamers and the remake for the newer crowd. I mean, come on. A little survival horror is practically mandatory for a rainy night, isn't it? What I love most about RE2 is that feeling of exploring the police station under pure tension, constantly looking for ink ribbons just to save your progress, which forces you to always be planning your next route and managing your inventory. Oh boy, it builds character. Or trauma. Usually both. Nothing feels better than finally dragging your low-health ass into that safe room after walking past lickers, zombies, or this friendly fella right here. Moving forward with our night, we're now entering the early, ungodly hours. The rain has started to soften. And I'm not gonna lie, fellas, these next few games are definitely not for everyone. Without getting too deep into spoilers, walking through the post-apocalyptic world of Death Stranding is hard. It demands patience and actual planning. Plus, this game is kind of ironic for our current situation, because in this world, the rain actually kills you. Every single drop ages everything it touches, including living beings. So, you get this oddly immersive feeling of needing to find shelter, sit down, and just wait for the storm to pass. Just like in real life. When you're out there, entirely alone in the middle of that vast, empty world, making a delivery at 3 a.m, man, I never thought a video game would make me enjoy being a literal FedEx guy. The story here is just built different, fellas. If you haven't played it, just trust me on this one. Now, picture this. You wake up on the floor of a wrecked hotel room without even remembering your own name. Must have been quite a night, huh? That is exactly how Disco Elysium starts, our next pick for the night. Man, this game is so bizarre that anything I say here is probably going to fall short. You're basically a detective, and your in-game skills are literally voices inside your head, each with its own personality and everything. Much like Death Stranding, Disco is not for everyone either. It's an isometric RPG with an obscene amount of lines of text, where combat is clearly not the focus. It's pure, unfiltered psychological chaos. Which brings us to our next late-night option, taking us right into space. And if you thought Disco Elysium was hard to explain, wait until you hear about Outer Wilds. You wake up next to a campfire, there's a banjo playing somewhere in the background, you hop into a spaceship, and you go wherever the hell you want. 22 minutes later, the sun explodes, and everything resets. But you keep your knowledge. It sounds frustrating. I swear it isn't. Every single loop shows you something new, about the universe, ancient civilizations, the people who lived long before you, and what happened to them. At some point, you're going to use your signal scope and realize that the other explorers are scattered across different planets, each playing a different instrument. And if you fly to the exact right spot, you can hear all of them at the same time. A band that has never actually met, playing together across the emptiness of space. All of this while you're wearing your best headphones with that nice, gentle rain falling outside. You can't really put it into words, but anyone who touches this game ends up having it as one of their all-time favorites. All right, fellas, I guess our night is coming to an end. Your old ass is probably running out of battery by now. But hang in there. We still have a couple hours before the sun comes up. And we are going to spend them the best way possible. I've always loved the vibe of Shadow of the Colossus. It easily earned a spot on my personal Mount Rushmore of the PS2 era, and it's the perfect game for this calm, comfortable end of night. I don't know, guys. This game is weird. There's barely any dialogue, barely any music, barely any NPCs, and somehow it's still so good. Every ride across that empty world, every Colossus appearance, every kill. It's a game that lives and dies by its atmosphere. Honestly, pretty much any game from the Team Ico trilogy is a banger, but that's a topic for another video. For now, go ahead, saddle up on aggro, and go hunt down those colossi to bring Mono back. Remember when I said Outer Wilds, Death Stranding, and Disco Elysium aren't for everyone? Well, What Remains of Edith Finch follows that exact same rule. In a short 2-hour experience, this game will completely break your brain. You walk into a big, abandoned family house, explore the rooms and... well, there's no other way to put it. You experience the final moments of each family member. The game wants you to feel exactly what that person felt, imagined, and lived right before the end. Seriously, guys, the baby section is one of the most disturbing and yet beautiful things a video game has ever achieved. I won't elaborate. I really wish I could spoil the ending right here, but discovering it yourself is something I can't take away from you. So do yourself a favor and give it a chance. And this is coming from someone who isn't even the biggest indie gamer out there. Open up that window, man. It's already morning. This was one of those nights that, later down the road, you're going to look back on with pure nostalgia. And every time you get the chance, you're going to try to replicate it all over again. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your own picks for games that feel like rainy nights. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's starting to pour outside my window right now, and I have some games to play.
Where's everyone going?
Bingo?